and welcome back once again to another Make Me Ramble episode today. God, it has been ages since I last did a Make Me Ramble episode, guys, and for that I do apologise. A lot has gone on, there's a lot to talk about, a lot's changed in the hobby and things like that, guys. More than anything, we have 8th edition for a start, but anyway, I digress. How are you? Hello everybody, all you new subscribers, hello, welcome to the Pleasure Dome. This is a Make Me Ramble episode, the episode where I decide to just ramble on whatever I want for however long I want, and you guys, if you want to, you can listen if you want. If not, just skip the video, find something else that you might like. Other than that, leave a like, sit back and enjoy the ramble. What are we going to be talking about today, guys? Well, I kind of don't know where to start. There's so much stuff that's kind of been going on recently in the hobby and things with me. I probably should explain my kind of like hobbying has kind of kicked into overdrive recently now. There's two reasons for that. The first reason is 8th edition. It's come out. I've played a couple of games with it. I've got a couple of the codexes, or well, the indexes, should I say. We'll get to that in just a little bit, guys. But I've had a lot of chance to have a little play of it and stuff, and it's actually really nice. Secondly, the second thing that's kind of kick-started my hobbying in is one of my good friends has actually opened up a wargaming store in my hometown, which is absolutely amazing. Now, you guys on the Facebook group, you guys will probably have seen me checking in on Enter the Wolf Times Facebook page at the place at Stormforge Hobbies and Games. I might leave a link in the doobly-doo down below to get to the Facebook, but it's actually really, really awesome, and it's just nice to actually have a hobby store other than Games Workshop where I can go and play things like Shadow War, Mordheim, Kings of War, Xwing, all that kind of stuff. Oh, speaking about Xwing, guys, there's going to be some stuff on Xwing in a second as well. But yeah, so it's just nice to actually have a place. Now, what I've been doing, I can't remember if I've told you any of this in a previous video, but I'm going to tell you again. Basically, I've been giving him a huge hand in setting up and basically building the whole shop and doing all that kind of stuff. And there will be a video coming very, very soon. I'm going to take you on a little guided tour. We can actually meet the man with the plan, the tyrannical overlord, the supreme genius behind Stormforge Hobbies and Games. And we can actually have a few words with them and just see what it's all about and everything. But I've been doing that, and that's kind of giving me new inspiration to be able to do stuff. I've trodden on something. What the hell have I trodden on? What is this? I've trodden on a sticky label. But it's given me new inspiration as to do some different things and get into a couple of different game systems and various other bits and bobs. But yeah, so in regards to things such I've been getting into, and in fact, no, we're going to talk about 8th edition actually. 8th edition, I really, really like it. It has made me want to get back into converting loads of awesome, nurgly, gribbly stuff. God, there's just so much to talk about. There's new models, there's new rules, there's how I feel about everything. I just don't know what to do, guys. I just don't know what to... This is recording. Please say it's recording. Yes, it is recording. Happy days. I just don't know what to do. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry for the obtrusive sprue bin in the corner here. There's a lot of sprues, and it's only getting bigger, guys. I'm going to actually need a third box. There's a fourth box. There's 1, 2, 3 boxes, if you can't see here. 3 fuck-off boxes of sprues. And yeah, it's getting a bit out of hand now. But anyway, so let's first and foremost talk about the. I know I'm probably late to the party on a lot of this stuff as well, guys. But you know what? Didn't want to like go full whack into it before I had a chance to actually play it and see what it's like. Before I started condemning it or singing its praises. So let's talk about 8th edition as a whole. I think that it is bloody fantastic. In regards to what they've done with Warhammer 40k, they have streamlined it immensely. It now takes half the time to play a 1,000 point game than it did in the previous edition. A lot of stuff has become very, very easy. Things like psychic phases, so easy, and it actually makes me want to take psychers now in my army, because it's great, because if you don't have a psyker on the other team, they can't do anything to you. They cannot deny the witch at all, which is great. But yeah, it's a really streamlined, really easy to play version of 40k. It helps me immensely because one of the things that I suffer with, you guys might not know this, some of you might do, I suffer with dyscalculia, which is basically number dyslexia. So rather than getting words and stuff mixed up, I get numbers mixed up and all jumbled around, and anything to do with numbers, and if I see like a big sheet of numbers or like a grid of numbers, like the old weapon skill, ballistic skill, to toughness, to strength ratio, wounds, and hit tables were, it just confuses the shit out of me and I just can't deal with it. So I have to rely on other people telling me how and what to do or how to hit or what to roll and things like that. Now, in regards to that, it's all been made super simple. Why don't I have a codex here with me? I should have a rule book here. But basically, in the profiles now of everything, it tells you what they're hitting on in regards to combat and in regards to shooting, which is awesome because it means you don't have to faff about trying to convert tables and stuff. Still needs to do a bit of messing around with the whole strength versus toughness thing, but with the whole weapon skill, ballistic skill taken out of the equation now, it has made my life a lot easier in regards to... I'm going to have to move this camera a little bit. We're actually not properly in frame. There we go. There we go, that's better. But no, with the whole ballistic skill, weapon skill taken out of the equation, I can now focus on the strength and toughness a lot more, and it leaves me with a lot more ease of focus, should I say, in regards to how to do it. In regards to other things, there's a lot of stuff in the indexes that is really nice, and there's a lot of devastating weaponry. I honestly thought taking away templates would be like the big no-no for me. You could still play it with templates, but I've kind of got over that fact now. I've got over the initial shock of losing such beloved gigantic pie plates of death that I can drop on enemies. For the fact that with a lot of the stuff now, it is very damaging. I mean, Twin Link Battle Cannon, for example, on an Imperial Knight causes 2d6 wounds, which is really... No, 2d6 hits, which then can wound like d3. It's crazy. It just really is. From my experiences playing the games, it's very shooting, very ballistics focused. You cannot win games where if your opponent has a shooty army and you have an up close army, if you cannot close that distance by turn 2, you've lost. Straight up lost, guys, because you will not win. You will not be able to beat the sheer amount of firepower your opponent is putting out. And my experiences of this are fighting against Primaris Marines. Now, if you have a bit of shooting to kind of keep the pressure on, it's a lot better. If you don't have any shooting, for example, I ran a list which had, I think it was 3 units of Poxwalkers, a big old unit of Spawn, 1 unit of Plague Marines, Typhon, and a Demon Prince, and that was roughly about 1,000 points. Now, there's only 1 unit that had shooting in that thing, and that was, well, 2 units technically if you want to count Typhons, but that was the Plague Marines. And it's a case of the opponent just focused on them, completely wiped them out, and could just pick my guys off as they ran up to him, which is just ridiculous. Speaking of units and stuff, guys, Poxwalkers, absolutely amazing in regards to like how they work. They've got a really cool special rule. Any model they kill in combat, you get that. So say you start off with a unit of like 15, say you start off with a maxed out unit of like 20 Poxwalkers, and you smash into an enemy's like unit of Cadians or Chaos Cultists or Orcs, or Gretchins, or really low toughness, and you completely batter them in the first round of combat. Say you kill like 10 guys, you get an additional 10 guys that join your squad, so you can go over the actual squad cap, which is awesome. I can see definite use for lots and lots of Poxwalkers, and I might have put that in my army list, and it means that I also have bought, I may or may not have bought the undead zombie horde from Mantic, and they're now going to be my Poxwalkers, guys, but you guys are going to see that on another video. But anyway, so yeah, what have I played? I've only played against Primaris Marines currently, and I've got to say, they are fucking nasty to play against. The whole fact that they get 2 wounds each, which is quite, I mean, it's alright, but the thing is, once they get into range of you, and then we're going to talk about the range of their guns, the average Space Marine bolter is 24 inches, which is an average range really for a lot of guns in 40k. Primaris Marines bolters is 30 inches, which means Primaris Space Marines versus regular Space Marines, Primaris Marines have won instantly in combat, because not only are their guns, their basic guns, 30 inch range, but they're also -1 to your armor save. which is ridiculous. So my Plague Marines are, number one, going to get shot to death within 30 inches before I can even engage them in shooting back. They are then only getting a 4+ armor save against the shooting. Now, they do have Disgustingly Resilient, which is basically a 5+ field of pain, but when you've only got 10 guys and you're facing maybe I don't know, 15 Primaris Marines, that is going to fuck up your day, and it ruined my day on several occasions. It's very, very hard to counter that. Another thing, those Hellblaster squads, Jesus fucking Christ, they are ridiculous. They are so damaging. They just make stuff go away, and they're like, I think they're rapid fire plasma guns. With 30-inch range, 15-inch rapid fire range. So if you get within 15 inches, whatever you've got is dead. It's straight up dead. It just strips wounds away from you. If you don't have an invulnerable save, you're fucked. Utterly fucked. As in, up the arse, no lube, sandpaper condom rough. Ridiculous. But yeah, so there's also a really cheesy. Basically, I played against one of my longtime opponents, Mr. Pidge. Now, as usual, Pidge's genius minds went straight for the cheesiest thing that you can do. Went for a Black Templars list with High Marshal Helbrecht in it, which is really, really, really annoying. Because High Marshal Helbrecht allows you to reroll all misses. Not just reroll all ones, reroll all misses for shooting. So, imagine this. High Marshal Helbrecht in the middle. Around him is unit of 5 Primaris Space Marines, unit of 5 Primaris Space Marines, unit of 5 Primaris Space Marines, 2 units of Hellblasters. All within 6-inch range. All rerolling hits. Failed hits. Absolutely ridiculous. You just can't beat that kind of shooting. Nothing can. Nothing can withstand it if you're in close range. But yeah, I even got killed by I used an Imperial Knight because I thought, you know what, we're going to see how these things do. Even that Imperial Knight got shot to death by Call Pattern Bolters. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's so stupid. But that being said, you definitely need, I feel, in this new edition to focus on the shooting. That's why I feel that I'm going to probably do a lot better at 8th edition with my Skitarii force, because their shooting is crazy. They basically have Primaris Space Marine shooting, but they have the toughness of a Guardsman. But the Skitarii have always been a glass sword. If you manage to get the drop first, you've pretty much won. You've thinned out a lot of stuff. However, if they get the drop on you, then you're pretty much dead, especially dead in combat. But anyway, yeah. So there's some really, really cool stuff. One of the things that I've noticed, there's a lot of... Everything kind of is the same. Like, every army list kind of has the same stuff in it, just with a different name. Maybe with a slight rules tweak, and it's a little bit... It feels like a lot of the armies have lost their flavour. Have lost their kind of unique aspects that make them for example, there's no longer flavoured demon princes now. You can't have like a demon prince of Nurgle. You can't have a demon prince of Slash, Zinch, Khorne. You can't have Khorne. Demon prince of Khorne do exist. You basically don't get a psychic phase, but you get a bonus attack. So you basically go no psychic phase, which can be awesomely devastating for +1 attack. So it's not really a fair trade-off, I don't think. Now, here's what I think, guys. I think that when the new codexes come out, the individual like faction codexes, I think that's where the customization's going to go. I think that they're basically making sure so that everything is playable right now off the get-go, and they're going to modify and alter it with... yeah, sorry about that weird jump cut then, guys. My camera just completely messed up. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I think they're gonna change. They're gonna make the flavorful codexes and stuff so that you can have all the customizations and stuff and really make a army your own. However, the issue that I have with this is, for example, what if someone say for example myself, say I don't buy the new Death Guard Codex that's coming out, right? Okay, say I do not buy that whatsoever. Say my opponent does. Now, am I at a disadvantage because of the stuff I don't have access to? Because we know we're getting some new stuff. I'll talk about that in just a second as well. You know, so say for example, I've got, because I can only run with what I know, what I know, I can only run a regular Demon Prince. However, you might have a Demon Prince of Nurgle, which has got loads of extra buffs and stuff. For maybe 100 more points, but yes, he's still got a better list, access to better stuff with me. Now, personally, I don't think that's fair. But like I said, I think GW really wanted to make sure that everything that could be played, could, every model that had a rule on the day of release, which is what they said. So, fair play to them on that one. Speaking of new stuff, has anyone seen that Death Guard tank? The new Nurgle tanky tank that we might be getting? Looks really cool. Looks kind of like the old school Griffin mortar, which is really weird. It's like a, for those of you who have not seen it, it's like a huge mortar type cannon on the back of it. It's got like a big sloping front, a massive dozer blade, and like a multi-melter, like triple barrel multi-melter on the front of it. It looks really cool, really interesting. A lot of people are saying it reminds them of Robot Wars with the frickin' flipper, fucking shunt, or fucking Sir Kill-A-Lot, or fucking, I don't know, Matilda, or whatever it is, the big front flipper type thing like that. That's UK Robot Wars anyway. You guys across the pond probably had your own version of Robot Wars. But anyway, I digress. The thing is, we're definitely getting some new Nurgle goodness. But yeah, so that's what I think about 8th edition in a nutshell. It's a cool thing. It's gonna get cooler. It's made me do so much stuff. Like, for example, I made a brand new Hellbrute because Hellbrutes are ridiculous. For like 145 points, you can get a Dreadnought close combat weapon and a plasma cannon, which is really, really sick. It's made me get, again, a bunch more Poxwalkers to look at those kind of avenues. It's made me make a bloody Chaos Sorcerer, a Nurgle Sorcerer, which I would never ever use. Now, again, this is the thing, I like the fact that the Psychic phase has been completely overhauled. It's now super easy. It's a case of you can either roll for a bit of randomness on what psychic powers you have, or you can choose what psychic powers you have. There's not this fucking around with all the warp charge dice and all that kind of bollocks. Personally, I think GW in the previous edition were trying to make the psychic phase like the magic phase from fantasy. That's what I think they were trying to do. That's what a lot of people think they were trying to do, and it just alienated people because I didn't even bother taking Psychers because it was just a confusing phase with the whole, well, I have 16 power dice plus 3 because I've got a level 3 Psyker, and then it's a case of I can roll all these power dice to definitely make sure this psychic power goes off and there's nothing you can do about it, you cunt. Anyway, so I didn't want to do anything like that in the previous edition, but now it's a case of, right, this psychic power is Warp Charge 7, roll 2 dice, get 7 or more, it casts. Happy days, brilliant. If you've got an opponent that's within X amount of time, inches of you, you get this kind of Psycho as well. You can deny the Witch if it's been cast at you. If you're within 6-inch range, I think you can deny it anyway. Just stop it. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Just 1 second. Oh, there we go. Just my computer's doing weird stuff. But anyway, so yeah, it's a case of that Psychic phase has just opened up loads more possibilities. For example, what I found that's really, really cool, you can do this spell for this psychic power for Nurgle, where you actually, if you cast it on a friendly unit, you -1 for all enemies that are shooting at that unit. So say a unit is hitting on 4s, like Imperial Guardsmen, I think they hit on 4s, they could be 5s, but they mean they hit on 6s. You know, if they're obscured or in cover, it means they're hitting on like 5s or something. Like you're getting. Yeah, I actually don't think that works. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, you -1 to hit with this spell on them. Now, I only wish that it's stacked. I only wish that it was cumulative, so you could basically hide this unit behind an make this unit invisible behind a wall of flies, which is really good. Now, in the first ever game that I had, it did help quite a bit with my spawn. It was like, oh, I'll cast this on this unit of 5 spawn and run them into the enemy and see what happens, see if they can fuck up their day. And it did work. But then against Pidge's OP, re-rolling all failed misses, Primaris Marines is just ridiculous. High Marshal Helbrecht, never play anyone that's got High Marshal Helbrecht in, because they're just going to cluster everything up around him, and you're just not going to be able to do anything. You're just going to get dicked on, basically. Yeah, so what else have I been up to? Like I said, I've been doing a lot more painting. I've actually been on a bit of a mad scenery painting spree currently, and again, that's to do with my friend's shop, the Stormforge, because he to paint all that terrain on his own, it was just a mammoth task, and it's a case of no one could ever do that in that short space of time. So I've basically been painting all the scenery, repainting some of the stuff. I've even gifted some scenery that I had personally, because I was never going to use it, because I don't really have a place to play. But now I do! Stormforge, which is great. Through that, I've actually got into a new game system. I kind of dabbled with it a long while ago and was like, yeah, I'm not too sold. But then the bug hit me, and it's a case of that's all you're seeing until the next video. But you guys can guess, I have got into Xwing. Really, really cool. Such an awesome game, nice and quick in regards to how it plays. It plays really well, it's really smooth, really fluid. It can be quite competitive, at the same time it can be really, really funny when you accidentally misjudge a hard 3 and just smash into an asteroid and just die. Really, really cool stuff. Some of the ships and stuff that I've been looking at have been really, really interesting. For a start, I actually managed to pick up the other day a Shadowcaster. I have no idea what half these ships are from, where they're from. Apparently this is from the Star Wars Rebel series, which I've never even seen. Like I say, I love Star Wars, but I'm not massively in depth, not massively engrossed in the actual mythos and the universe and stuff. Getting there, getting a little bit better, but it's a case of, yeah, you know, I'm just playing around with some ships and stuff. But it's really cool, because you can have like Poe Dameron fighting, I don't know, someone from, I don't know, before the Clone War or during the Clone Wars or something. So it's not canon, so it's not like you can't have people from different time periods fighting each other, which is really cool. You can get all kinds of cool little things. Like you get like what is it, overclocked astromech and things like that that basically help your ships do different things, and it's just really, really cool. I think I'm probably going to go with the Shadowcaster and possibly Dengar's ship, the is it the Punishing one? It's a Jumpmaster anyway, but it's just really cheesy, a really, really cheesy combination. Because my thing is, because I choose ships with turrets, which can shoot all directions, because it means that I don't have to worry about which direction my ship is facing when I'm trying to fly it around the board, which is really, really cool. But nonetheless, got into that, really, really sick, really, really awesome, I like it a lot. Been toying with the idea of doing Malifaux. However, the only thing, I saw a game being played at the Stormforge the other day, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Looks way, way too complex for me. With all the cards and how everything has to operate with synergy and all this kind of stuff. No, just blows my mind. Can't do it. Can't handle it. No, thank you. But yeah, apart from that, I've just been smashing away at just getting stuff out, just getting stuff painted. There's loads more stuff to come in regards to what I've got on the get-go. I just need to grab a quick drink, guys, because I am spitting feathers, you might say. You might say my mouth is as dry as Gandhi's flip-flop. Just in case anyone's wondering, there's going to be a cool commission time video, because again, sneak peek ready, guys. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. I've been doing the model that I said that I would sculpt for the winner of my competition, so that is in full force. I've sent out all the prizes pretty much now. In regards to I think one of them, and that's literally because I have forgotten. And Reality Bites, I'm really sorry, it's yours. Yours, it will come. I just need to get your address off you again, because I've lost your address, basically. That is why it hasn't come yet. But everybody else is, the other guys received his, and like I say, I'm still working on the model for the winner. Yeah, it's just really, really good. I've finally just kick-started a lot of stuff back in the hobby, and it's just nice to be able to try new things and just test out different skills and stuff, especially the terrain and things like that. Like one of the things that I've been doing with the black lava stuff. Let's see if I can find it. A while ago I showed you guys the black lava from Vallejo, which I got, and I find that on things like steps, it makes really cool if you just like dab it up like that and then paint it green, a couple of shades of green afterwards. It looks like really cool, like moss effect going up, which is really, really good, really, really interesting. A little bit different to how you use it. I was toying with the idea of starting another new army as well, but I don't think I will. Just on account of I can add so much more to what I've already got. Although, one of the things that has me a little bit, is the fact that some of my nice juicy Mechanicum stuff, like my Thanatar up here, like this fellow, he doesn't have rules in 8th edition yet, which is a bit gutting, really. Now, Forge World have released Index Astartes for Space Marines, Index Chaos for Chaos. They've also done a Imperial Garden, and an Imperial one for like Imperial Guard Sisters, Battle Sisters of Silence, that kind of stuff. Nothing for the Mechanicum yet. Why is that? I want to be able to use my Thanatar Siege Engine. I want to be able to use Krios Battle Tanks. I want to be able to use Macro Carried Explorators and all that kind of stuff in 40k. Now, I'm thinking that there's two theories here. There's two theories as to why they've not done it yet. Number one, they've just not got... No, might be a couple. Number one, they've just not got around to doing it yet. Number two, they're going to bring out some more awesome stuff. Or number three, Games Workshop are going to be doing it. And when they come out with the Mechanicum Codex for Games Workshop, it is going to have a lot of the Forge World units in, like the Thanatar, like the Vorax, like the Thanatar Calyx, like the Krios, and all that kind of good stuff. I think it might have that. I mean, it would be... The thing is, they're getting... They're doing new vehicles. We got that Death Guard vehicle that I talked about briefly with the big crazy mortar and stuff. Come on, guys! Skitarii, Mechanicum, we need some transport. All you gotta do is just go Macro Carried Explorator, or whatever it is, the Tartarus Armoured Conveyor, or whatever it is. Just put that in the actual book. Just give us some freaking transports and tanks and stuff. Just for the love of fuck! Just do it, Games Workshop! Do it! Just fucking do it! But yeah, just do it! Just do it! Shia LaBeouf. But anyway, I've lost the plot now. I've literally lost the plot. It would just be nice to see some vehicles for the Mechanicum, because they had vehicles. Yes, they were this big. They're supposed to be this big lumbering force that never stopped walking, but they did have vehicles. The Horus Heresy books, they had vehicles. They had all this kind of stuff. Why would they not have access to it in 40k? Just give us some goddamn fucking vehicles, for Christ's sake. There's one thing that I've actually not shown off yet in a video. It's my big Reaper Bones thing, which I got months ago, which I've actually had finished for about like 6 weeks, and I've not actually shown you guys. So that might be getting shown in the next video, guys. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I can really talk about in regards to the hobby. I can't think of anything, I'll be honest with you guys. There's probably going to be a lot more when I come down to sit down to edit this. I'll be like, shit, should have talked about that, fuck, should have talked about that, fuck, should have talked about that. I'm trying to think of any future projects. The Black Shield progress is pretty much halted now. I've kind of got everything I kind of wanted for my Black Shield's force, with the exception of a few bits, but like I say, I'm kind of focusing more on some other armies that I might have neglected a little bit, like obviously the Nurgle stuff and the Mechanicum, and I think I might even go back to doing Orcs a little bit, just when Forge World bring out their rules for Orcs and their Dread Mob list gets updated, all that kind of good stuff. Although I have been told that my Mega Dread can have 4 Heavy Flamers, which is ridiculous, and apparently they can fire twice. Fucking hell, dog, what have you done there? Oscar dog, what have you done? What have you done on the floor? You just kicked something. Do you want to come on camera? Do you want to say hello to the fans? You see, guys, this is the real wolf of Enter the Wolf time. Look, there he is. Hi. He's like, hello, my name is Oscar dog. Look, this. He hates the camera. He hates technology. He hates phones. You use your phone in front of him. He just gets in between. No, you may not look at your phone, human. Anyway, on that doggy bombshell, I'm probably going to wind it up with that episode, guys. So, keep an eye out for some more stuff. Currently, like I said, you might notice there is potential, guys, for a bit of a spike in content coming up recently, just because I've changed departments at work. So I've actually dropped a bunch of hours, so I'm going to have a bit more free time to be able to like make videos and create content for you guys. So there might be a spike. I might keep it to like maybe like minimum, maximum 2 a week, just so it doesn't get too saturated out there. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope, tell me, what are your thoughts on the new edition of 40k? Leave your comment in the doobly-doo down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favourite unit is. Let me know what your favourite dirty trick is that you found in the new edition. Let me know what you think of potentially some of the new stuff coming out as well, because there's some pretty cool things on the horizon, guys. Yes, there is. Don't know why I'm talking like this. But anyway, so on that bombshell, I will leave you guys. I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, smash that like button in the face. And that's it, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if it's the first time watching this and you like what you've seen. Don't forget to share this video and share the channel and share the shit out of it, because it's how the channel grows. But yeah, guys, don't forget to check out the Facebook group as well, and the link in the doobly-doo down below as well. And I will see you guys in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. See you now, and goodbye.